Hello, hello, and welcome to episode 32, what will be, most likely, the finale of Season of Ghosts. And for this, recap here, I would like you all to collaboratively, together, do your best recap of the campaign that you can. As well, tell us what has transpired to lead you all up to this very moment. And I'll give you all an extra hero point for it.
It began with a festival, one that we thought we were participating in for the first time. It was one to welcome a new year, wasn't it? To scare off bad spirits, to teach the next generation not to trust a ghost, to not tell a ghost they're a ghost. It didn't go as planned, of course. As we slept in the wilderness, we awoke somewhere else. We had been dragged out of town. Upon returning to town, we faced the first of many threats.
Sort of cutting out, Bazin. Still have that ducking issue.
On it. Okay. There we go. That should help.
It doesn't have to be... Yeah, it doesn't have to be exhaustive. Just a general idea of how things went.
So, back once we were done with the festival, once we returned from the festival, we found the town full of terrible monstrosities, ghost-like creatures, and a variety of other issues that we dealt with over time, culminating in us recovering and reactivating the Eternal Lantern in Willowshore to bring protection back to the town, to push away the evil spirits that had found themselves in the city.
Usually, once we've secured the city, we made sure to get the lay of the land and discovered more monsters, and that we were trapped by a wall of ghosts to our west, and I believe a wall of fog to our east. I believe we then discovered that one of the people in the villages was able to come and go as he pleased, so we exchanged with him about what was going on, and I believe he started to take steps to go past the wall of ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of hauntings and weird things that were happening all over the village, so we spent a lot of time taking care of those while also dealing with things like a kidnapping of the son of the stable hand or something, I think it was, because they thought his soul would be the key to bringing out Kugaptee from behind the monastery, which was completely surrounded. With a lot of research and stuff and preparation in the town, we actually managed to secure ourselves well enough that we were able to make an expedition into the fog around the monastery, where it kind of it was really weird in there. We kind of had this vision of being in the past, or maybe we were in the past, so unclear, where we got to see how the founder of the monastery had been fighting Kugaptee, and we helped grow the giant tree that's the seal on Kugaptee, and they had to fight through the monastery itself after that, and we kind of got rid of Kugaptee's influence over our village, or so we thought. It got a lot more complicated after we came home.
After you had discovered the truth?
We did.
the winter that we faced afterwards was full of many trials, and it was difficult. Very difficult for the village. We almost lost hope multiple times, but we managed to pull through while dealing with many odd events, more hauntings, and eventually strange occurrences around the town where people would vanish without a trace, or buildings would start to burn as if by flame with red smoke. And we determined that we were being attacked from the outside by a group of exorcists that were sent here by the local lumber lord named Megokai. And was the meeting with Renmei Lee before we entered into the other side?
There was a strange meeting with her, or with a
He sent a simulacrum of
a
sorts.
simulacrum, yes.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember the order of things that happened. So we found ourselves with a stranger in town one day, a lady with very spider-like lady that acted as nobility. That was very demanding and demeaning of the villagers. We determined that this was a Jorugomu from the outside who had somehow found a way to send in an image of herself to communicate with us inside. And she made it clear that she wanted domain over Willowshore. She wanted to be in control of it. And she made us an offer that if we could get Willowshore out of this realm, that we'd be able to work with her and potentially secure the town.
Mm-hmm.
There was an incident, though, with the governor's mansion, where... How did that work? How in the world did we get... We did a ritual to visit the governor's mansion, right? Thinking that
Yes.
we could somehow find the way to escape. So we did this ritual. We found out that the governor's mansion was actually, which had disappeared from our village, it was in like a pocket dimension. We went there, we found the governor, and he's like a absolute madman at this point, like raving about like a lack of hope and stuff, and how, you know, there's no way to like escape Kugaptee's clutches and stuff. And we're like, we're gonna try to bring him out of here and save him, but then he like dissolved into smoke and butterflies. But that's when we really like we were getting clues before, but this is when we like the bomb was dropped on us. We're dead. We died months ago. And by months ago, I don't mean months. Years. But it was right before the summer festival, but like 100 years ago. We were in a time loop and dead. So that was fun. So now we had that on our heads, as well as dealing with the realization of why and how this Renmei Lee was trying to find our village and get into it. Like, oh, that puts some context on things.
Mm-hmm.
So we enacted a ritual to potentially solve the disappearances that were happening around Willowshore, where we could exit the mindscape and enter the normal world once again as kind of solid ectoplasmic ghosts. We used this opportunity to travel east to Megokai's fortress. I don't remember the name of the town, unfortunately, but we had an opportunity to cause issues, but we really moved through peacefully as we could without causing a ruckus or an alarm. And we ended up going within the fortress itself. We found the exorcists there and we spoke with them. And we convinced them that we needed a chance to come back to this world and that it would be worth their while if we did. We noticed that one of the exorcists, the monks there, had some sort of corruption within them. But that was actually pretty much all that happened there before we went back to our world to then start preparing for the ritual to re-merge Willowshore back into the living world, along with everybody in the town.
Right?
It did work. It worked very well.
Yeah, the ritual went off flawlessly. Everyone and who was still with us managed to escape. And soon after, as promised, we went to go negotiate trade in the flesh with our allies to the east. I forgot their name.
Megokai.
With Imegokai, who we bartered with, yeah. We ended up getting an agreement with him alone that he could harvest the lumber around the town in a way that wasn't too destructive. We ended up dealing with some bandits that we found were under the control of a Nindoru. The Nindoru had implanted something within them to control them, to cause them to attack our village, and we ended up destroying the Nindoru, which showed us that Kugaptee still had influence here in this world, and was still actively working against us and the town and everybody in the region.
That was very shortly before we then got a message that Renmei Lee was finally coming for real, right?
Mm-hmm.
And come she did. We managed to avoid incidents by having her just appear in the tea house. And she told us about the state of Shenmen, since it's like 100-something years. And it's kind of bad. It's kind of ruled by these Jorogumo now, and they're very, very restrictive about people being able to leave and move around and stuff. And she basically got us to pledge fealty to her, as she would be the protector of this domain, our domain, of Willowshore and its surroundings, in the pretense that this was our best bet to survive, because other Jorogumo would not be so kind to us. We managed to negotiate semi-freedom, with us acting as the stewards of the village, as we had been acting previously. And that crisis seemed to be away. She had us run through these rituals of doing these various tasks to show our readiness to be the stewards of the town. We passed very well in her eyes, so she has faith in us. And as a result, we were able to go into this odd, alternate sort of, I don't even know how to describe it. It was called like the Moonlit Path or something, and we were able to go there and ask a question or a couple questions, something to these entities called the Path Maidens, which are like failed worshippers, like devout worshippers of Pharasma, my goddess, the one that I've been worshiping my entire life and playing as like a cleric of for 32 sessions. And we got just basically some further knowledge about Kugaptee how we were going to face him. And yeah, it eventually led us back to the governor's mansion again, which was standing again in the real world, but rotten. And we ventured in, took out some other hauntings and weird things in there, and found items that allowed us passage into yet another dimension, one where Kugaptee was resting. And yeah, it was a scary place. Alternate dimension, that was like our town. We went up to where the big willow tree was, and that there's like a whole weird dimensional dungeon within of sorts. We walked this spiraling path, fighting all sorts of undead and door. There was the giant tree with a bunch of minions that tried to turn our flesh into wood. There was a Nindaru swordsman who disguised himself as Megokai, the leader of Karahai, which was that fortress nearby us. And we fought the Path Maidens themselves, the ones that had previously helped us. At least I think we fought them. I don't know if it was actually them or like a twisted version of them. It's unclear to me. But it still felt weird. Finally, we went down a long corridor that led to the chamber where the old governor himself, the former governor, was waiting for us. Now under Kugaptee's influence. Now basically Kugaptee's avatar in this world, so to speak.
And as you all have stepped through these doors, I'll give you another quick rundown of what you are facing, what this place looks like here. A glistening pool of blood, a bone-gardened fountain, and clusters of diseased foliage turn the heart of the manor into a nightmare. Barely glimpsed creatures splash in the bloody pond, while red-winged butterflies gather in the foliage. Here and there, familiar-looking bodies lie strewn on the ground. Grisly, yet well-made lanterns, crafted with skinned human faces, hang along the edges of the courtyard from the eaves of the surrounding colonnade. The night sky above shines with a light of an immense red eye-shaped moon. From the hilltop north of the strange city, the towering claw rises, looming over the courtyard as it appears almost to cradle the moon in its grasp. At the courtyard's northern end, a wooden burl sits on the ground between two reed mats. The roots of the burl twist upwards like grasping tendrils, and each glistens with blood. As if there wasn't enough blood already. But as you guys entered, stepping out from the burl was He Shanbao. Now, in an even more dilapidated form, seemingly without eyes, but rather coals of yellow burning within the sockets. A leering smile on pale skin stretches out, and he gestures with both hands to either side at these two corpses that begin to twist and shiver on the floor as he speaks. Well, here we are again. At the heart of it all, at the heart of what was to be my greatest triumph, but turned into something of a great opening of my eyes. For them to be plucked out my mortal eyes, and for me to see the world as it truly is. Pharasma is our jailer. We are bid to live in these cyclical lives over and over again unto eternity, with every one taking on a new form of suffering. But you already know this. I have already spoken to you of this, and you have never listened. your faith, your zealotry too great to see the truth.
This has nothing to do with faith nor zealotry. We just like love, living.
We have heard you. We have listened. But you speak not of truth. You speak madness, selfish greed. You act out of fear, not justice. You don't act for truth. You act for yourself. And you drag down anybody who might stop you, might get in your way.
It's amusing that you speak of a prison. Look around you at the prison that Kugaptee has made for you. A mockery of your life, a mockery of everything you stood for. Have you not seen the wicker men walking around the town? Are those supposed to be you?
Imperfect forms. There is much work to be done.
And yet here you remain, trapped amongst it all.
Not for long.
Phrasma is not a prison. Kugaptee's the prison, and you're very well imprisoned here.
No. Kugaptee has not imprisoned me. I joined him in his prison. The prison that damned hero from years, centuries ago kept him in. Well, that prison was imperfect. Her will was not enough to keep him. And in joining him in his prison, both of us will be freed from this place. Your blood, your eyes, your very souls will aid us, finally, in our release to our freedom beyond the cycle of souls. You won't stop us this time. All the rest was simply a war of attrition. Sap your spirits. You see what is coming for you. Let me make it manifest.
Don't worry, we will be freeing you in a way that you don't expect.
Go ahead and roll your initiatives.
I am going to use my seasonal boon.
Oh.
And since this is the 4th season, this should be +4 to everybody's initiative.
Oh.
If this is how it works.
That's basically equal the number of seasons since you started Season of Ghosts. Yes. +4 for the 4th and final season. Each of you has a +4 on your initiatives. So go ahead and roll those. And if you need to modify where you are in initiative because you didn't modify it, the rolling, you absolutely can, of course. I need better music. Where's the good music?
Well, I outspeed the 2 undead lives because I got a total of 30.
I outspeed the 2 undead as well. A total of 29.
Mine's pre-modified. I added my mod already.
Let me have a look and change you guys around real quick. So yes, you both would be put up here, but all of you essentially sort of together in tandem in this fight. And as he speaks his final words, he raises a blade that he's always carried with him, just a simple short sword, and points it towards you all. See now! See now with your eyes! And in your eyes, in your periphery, all around you is this swirl of flesh-eating Nindoru butterflies that consume everything in your sightlines for a very moment. I need everyone to make a will save based on this. Leodon
I'm going
fails.
to hero point that.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I didn't click the button.
Well,
I
we
failed
will
by
take
one.
lowers. 32. Yes, you do fail by 1, unfortunately.
Does
I can-
this count as, hold on, Skyfang crystals target a believer?
Yeah, you were targeting Heishambo with the Skyfang, so +2 against effects of the marked creature, I believe, right?
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
+1 already, so they give me a +2.
Mm-hmm. The Skyfang glows, your quarry in sight.
Failure by 1.
Unfortunately, you and Liadon and Baozin all fail. Only Shugo succeeds. So, luckily for you guys, this effect is only damage on a regular failure, so each of you would take that 47, Yuga, Baozin, Liadon. As the swarm of butterflies is almost too real. Yuga, your mind is more steeled. You are able to resist some of it. And finally, he's going to just stay put. Well, these unlived lives. You see them before you? Don't they look familiar? They seem to be the unlived flesh of Elizeth Kandora and Kazuma Uno. The unlived lives made manifest what they would have been, perhaps if they had been able to live out the rest of their days. Now crawls horridly across the floor towards you all. Shugo, it's your turn.
Shugo, wait one
You're
moment.
disgusting.
I want to give him a taste of his own medicine.
I will delay until after Bazan.
Okay. Yuga, you doing the same?
Delay till after Shugo.
Okay. Move down here. Bows in. We go to you.
Cool. This is great. I'm gonna start with a very simple nudge fate on Shugo, also increasing his armor class. Then use my remaining 2 actions. I'm gonna hit him back with the same spell.
Okay. Phantasmal Calamity. What does it look like to them? As you send it towards them.
The claw above collapsing, everything he's worked for falling apart. May have
Okay.
succeeded, but this is still
Still straight damage. Still half. As he sees it fall. That's... You can't fool me with my own tricks. Even yet, it does hurt them, and seemingly, Ishan Bao takes more damage from it.
That is great
Mental.
to know. I
Fact.
Huh.
really wish I had a phantom pain left to slap him.
Mm-hmm. Either way, is that your turn? Anything else, Baozin?
That is my turn. Make sure that armor class, but yeah, I see it.
You go. Over to you.
She doesn't look back to Yuga and Light On for a second. Do you need me to wait for anything?
Actually, yes.
I will delay again till after Yuga.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't think of it until after I already said the delay thing. So sorry for the shuffling.
That's fine.
I'm gonna cast Cleric Fireball, Divine Immolation.
All right. Roaring flames scouring the battlefield before you. This time they're trying to
20-foot
roll,
burst,
dodge,
should be easy to hit them all, right?
get out of the way. They all, unfortunately, do succeed. However, they're of course going to take half of the base damage and no persistent damage. They get
That's
lucky
a shame.
dodging this flame as much as they can.
Shield up just in case. Next.
I'll get Light On.
Yeah, you should be good.
Okay, I will enter initiative.
Okay. You go.
For my first action, I'm going to drink the Ascendant Dragon Spirits that we found earlier.
Your unarmed streaks deal an additional d6 of poison and void damage. Okay, lots of damage dice for you.
And looking around the room, let's see. Shugo is going to do a quick jump with his quick jump feat.
Okay.
'Cause I'm not sure how deep this is, and he's just going to leap across the pond here.
Easy enough.
I think I can make the whole distance.
Yeah. Quick jump.
Yeah,
Easy
I
enough.
have other bonuses to jump as well. So,
Mhm.
and Shugo's just gonna kind of leap gracefully over the pool, skimming the surface of the blood with his claws before he lands next to the corpse and Haitian bow. I will prevent you from doing anything further to harm my comrades. And as one action, I'm gonna turn around and bite this living corpse near me.
Okay.
Get it out of the combat here.
The unlived life quickly sort of like grotesquely contorts itself away from your jaws.
Thank you.
That is unfortunate. That is all 3 of my actions, though.
Okay. Leodon, we go to you.
Leodon narrows his focus as he's face to face. You know, you've trampled my father's legacy with your actions, and I seek to fix this mistake. He's going to start drinking a quick tincture and making it's a coffee. Yes, the tea drinking snake is getting himself a coffee, and he's visibly wincing as he downs the bitter brew.
Your father. He got cold feet, cold scales. He had to be dealt with. He was too powerful. He would have stopped me if I didn't stop him first.
There was nothing to stop. You sabotaged his spells with your own foolishness. I'm going to devise a stratagem now.
Okay.
Which recall knowledge for Hishan Bao?
That would be a religion check at this point.
Neat. I forgot if I get my pursued lead for this.
Yeah, you absolutely would. This is like the culmination of your investigation.
Wonderful.
You're unable to determine anything you should know about Heishan Bao.
Well, let's hope I roll above a 3 sometime today. That's above a 3.
Hey. Good roll.
I simply proceed to strike.
Okay.
Oh, I do not have ammo inside.
Oh, yeah, that's... Wish it didn't force that baseline now. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. Sling this shot towards Heishan Bao. This will definitely hit. Roll the damage.
Wonderful.
As it slings towards them, their form flickers for a moment as it slings right through. In a strange sort, not even really in a ghostly way, but in a like sort of the body sort of contorting around it for a moment.
Speaking of which, what do we learn from me doing this?
What's your weakness highest? So, weaknesses are usually what you guys want to. Actually, no. I'm going to tell you. Your strategic assessment of that shot tells you their resistance is to all physical damage except for silver. They cannot contort themselves away from silver because they've become so close to an Nindoru fiend themselves that they are starting to get their resistances. Silver would fix that.
Yeah, good to know.
Close
see.
to, but not Nindoru.
Mm-hmm.
I've done 2 actions, so my final action is to reload.
Alrighty. Now, going over to one of these unlived lives. This one, already next to Shuga, is going to sort of contort itself over to the left to get into a flank here. And as they do, they're going to, let's see. Do they have... they don't. But they'll save that. They're gonna just shift over here and start grabbing as, like, with their jaws, with their hands, these sort of wicked claws grasping towards you. Because of the familiar balance luck, you are not crit by it. And lived lives, the potential of it seems to be a powerful, wow, being. It's going to attempt to grapple you with all of its appendages as best it can. 17, this will be a grab against you as it holds on to Shugo. And as it does, it is going to give you a death grip. I need a fortitude save, Shugo. Which is to bring you closer to its own fate. Though luckily you are able to critically succeed, pushing away the doom that this creature makes you feel. That'll be that creature's turn. Now going over to this one. Sorry?
Did we learn if these counted as undead?
No, there's been no recall knowledge against them.
Got it.
This one, however, is going to stride twice. As it does, it reshapes itself almost into this form that can streak across the ground a lot quicker, contorting its legs into some sort of, like, quadrupedal animal. As it makes its awful approach towards you all, I need everybody, including Shugo, who witnesses the awful approach, to make a fortitude save. Shugo critically succeeds because of the soul blessing. Leodon critically succeeds. Yuga and Baozin, you do not succeed. Both of you will be sickened 1
Amazing.
by the approach of this creature. There we go, and there we go. I'm going to quickly delete the chat because I'm noticing it's quite slow. So that usually fixes it. It's going to look weird on the stream for a moment. That's okay. So, with that being said, now that things are a lot faster, it is now going to sort of like unhinge its jaw and unleash this agonized howl. I need all of you, except for Shugo, to make a will save.
Well, luckily, I'm incredible at these.
Just gonna spam this in chat a little bit more so it fills up. There we go. Go ahead and roll your will saves, guys. 18. Definite critical success from Leodon once more. 3 on the dice. Yuga,
And then I die.
going to be a failure. Baozin, only succeeding because you are sickened by its approach. Your mind not steeled, not ready, as you were just thinking about how disgusting it was. So, Yuga, you take 47 points of mental damage again. Because that resistance you're holding up against these is a lot better than most. Baozin also taking a little bit of damage. That is going to be that one's turn. That's also reactions now. Heishan Bao. The rock turned to life. I remember when you were a good statue at the front of my manor. You should have stayed that way, inanimate. Going to strike out.
Better for you if I had.
18 on the dice. He is going to critically strike you with these wicked, illusory claws that sort of apparate. And as he does, he slashes terribly into you. He's then, yeah, he's going to double down. He's going to summon this image of the eyes in the sky all turning towards Shugo and a great claw reaching down from the heavens above. Shugo, I need a will save against Phantasmal Killer.
As he casts the spell on me,
Oh yes, of course.
I will have an opportunity attack here.
Reactive
As Shugo
strike.
lashes out with his draws. Is he off guard to me?
He would
I
be
don't-
because Leodon has no other option, basically.
Okay.
I'm like 90% sure. 2 on the dice.
I'm gonna use a hero point. on that.
Okay. Important to stop this. 17 on the dice will definitely be a hit. He seems too wickedly fast to really stop. But you're going to deal some damage to him nevertheless here. The 42 with all those extra damage dice in there. All right.
Shugo's teeth seem to be silvered.
Yes, they do. Because of the charm.
Mm-hmm. Here's a saving throw for Phantasm Killer.
Mm-hmm. 7 on the dice would be a failure.
I'm having flashbacks. I'm going to reroll that.
Okay, rerolling again. With the damage dice for it. Time 11 will be a success because of your soul blessing. So you take half that mental damage and you're only frightened 1. That'll be all that Tai Shanbao does, though strangely, even though he's hard to hit, his form seems quite hurt at this point. Will of Kugaptee is having difficulty keeping him together. He also takes a little bit of bleed damage, which he doesn't actually because of this strange form he's in. So either way, Belzin, your turn. Oh,
Okay, these guys are Enduro fiends, I'd assume.
You don't know that for certain.
Don't know that for certain.
It would be a religion check to check for sure.
Could be an action though, and I have a lot of things to do. I'm going to cast Nudge Fate on myself
All right.
and increase my armor class. Then targeting this one in front of me, I am going to cast Silvered Needle Darts.
Okay. One on the floor there. You sling these ones point blank and roll a crit. All right. Oh, damage.
Double damage
Double.
and 6 bleed damage.
Mm-hmm. That out there. There we go. Unfortunately, seems they cannot bleed.
Okay.
They are unaffected by it. However, the needle darts, double that, will deal plenty of damage to it as they are just point blank, just pounded into them. But they don't seem to be particularly weak to it. These are something else entirely, these unlived lives.
Okay, I guess that's Yuga's job, and I should focus on.
Also, what did you do for the balanced luck? Where did you put that?
I increased my own armor class.
Okay. Yuga, over to you. Not feeling too great.
No, I'm not feeling too great. However,
So these little guys, since they attacked Shugo and Shugo resisted the damage, would he then be aware that there's something going on with him?
What do you mean?
I very much am getting the impression that they are undead based on what I've witnessed.
Yeah, and Shugo resists undead damage, and he resisted the attack against him.
Okay. Yeah, you would tell that they are some sort of undead beings.
Yeah, Shugo would then call that out.
Mm-hmm.
This is only going to hit the 4 of us, unfortunately.
Still a big heal. All right.
Still a big heal, still a potential damage.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. It's damage. Please be damage. Please roll high.
Pretty high roll.
That's better than average.
Oops, I accidentally... There we go. Save for them. Natural 1. They will take double of the damage. However, there's something else going on here. Unfortunately, these were meant to live, these unlived lives. They take half the healing. What is half of 37? 18, okay. I'll give them plus 18. Still a good deal for the allies, but now you learned something new there. Leodon, what are you doing?
Goodbye, Leodon. He's going for a swim.
Cats. By the way, still heal for your allies, Yuga. That'll be your turn. Shugo, yours.
Alright. Well... Shudo believing that Ancient Bow is the main thing behind all of this is going to completely focus his attention on him.
Mm-hmm.
I consent to this.
With a 2-action devastating bite.
All right.
Frightened us. This is probably not a good idea. Yep.
10 on the dice, unfortunately, is going to be a failure to hit. Stop him.
And let me think here. I am going to stride.
Okay.
Over here.
Well, you are grabbed by the other creature. Cannot.
I am not striding. Thank you for the reminder. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
In that case. It's gonna make it difficult to like use a potion even. I'm gonna turn around and try to shove this thing away from me to try to break the grapple. Does that work?
Yes, it does. It's perfectly a good way to do it. Athletics check against it. 3 on the dice is going to be a critical failure. Unfortunately, you land prone as well as you try to push back on it. Or wait, let me see. Yeah. That is going to be a crit failure. Okay, well, your turn. Leodon, it's yours.
It's not going well. I'm going to start my turn by drinking more brews. In this case, the Vengeful Demon's Tears.
Okay. Good division, you gain quick and 3. If 3 hands, there's like action. Okay.
Yeah, I have 4 actions, and I'm going to use one of my actions for my.
So you don't gain the
Strap.
quicken condition, or you don't gain the action until the start of your next turn.
Yes.
You don't have 4.
Yes. I have no idea why it automatically rolled that, but.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. By the way, what are you doing with your other actions here?
I'm going to. Should I help Shugo or perhaps deal with what's in front of us?
Us.
Fair enough. I'm going to devise a stratagem against the unlived life in front of us.
Okay.
That's religion, I imagine.
It would be. So, you understand now that these are unlived lives. These are undead, technically. But they're undead that never lived in the first place. Therefore, they have that meant to live. I will tell you specifically, though, for them. They have a vulnerability. If they are affected by any spell or anything that can raise dead, such as Breath of Life, Raise Dead, or anything else that is close to it, you could use it to instantly destroy them if they fail their will save against it.
Huh.
I'm not wasting my breath of life on that.
Fair enough.
But what do you want to know one thing for your choice?
I usually go for lowest safe, but I feel like we know what the answer to that is going to be. But I'm going to ask regardless.
Their lowest save is their
Yeah.
reflex.
No.
I wanted to know the weaknesses.
Fair enough. I shall now see what my number of today is. Oh, okay. My number of
Okay.
today is a crit.
Natural 20.
Who'd you roll it against?
Unfortunately, against.
Good
The
kill
unlived
it.
life.
Get rid of it.
The one that's threatening to like murder the backline. Great, because I can't do anything with this thing in our face.
Seeing a good opportunity, Liaudon makes sure to lather up the next crossbow bolt with a bit of venom.
Okay.
They use Venom Strike.
You remember that all undead are immune to poison. Just
That is
baseline.
a good point. I will not have ever popped my strategic repost because I feel like that should have helped at least. This is. I wish this was meant for you, my dear governor, but I suppose your horrid construct here will have to serve as the target. I shoot, or unleash my bolt rather.
Yep. Crit. And with that, the shot you sling off deals 62 points of damage. As does. Let me see though. Every non-resident would take damage from vitality energy. It would instead heal half that number. The vitality would have been a total of 28. So it heals. I'm gonna say just from this, it heals 13. Well, no, it'd be healing 26 and then 13 because it wouldn't take the vitality damage, and then it heals from half of it. Fortunately, these are twisted mockery of undeath.
I think we need Shugo to focus on these monsters.
Shugo is having some problems at the moment. Please try again later.
Shugo.
Fine, okay.
This one is going to unleash an agonized howl at you. I need you to make a will save. Ten on the dice will be a success. You only take half damage from the mental anguish of this creature. Going to be half of that. Take a little bit less because it is undead. It is going to continue to jaw strike you here. 10 on the dice will unfortunately succeed. This one deals about average 27 points of damage to you. Again, you resist it. But you can't resist it for long. You're not feeling that great. That'll be that one's turn. You are no longer grabbed. Still prone though. Now this one back here going to strike out at Yuga with the jaws and claws. First one, 12 on the dice, will definitely hit. You take this amount of damage, then it's going to attempt to grab. It viciously tries to get a hold of you. 2 on the dice will fail,
good.
actually. Finally, just gonna go for a claw, map 8. 14 though with map 8 is going to succeed. They slash one more time into you for a little bit more damage. 21 there. That'll be their turn now. Hey, Shanbao. If allies falter, you are but chaff before me. Going to try to intimidate Shugo first. 16 on the dice. Against your will DC of 33, you are just barely crit. You are frightened 2. They heft their illusory attacks and strike. Claws reminiscent of Kugaptee is going to be a critical strike against you. You take 58 points of damage. Or unfortunately unconscious from that. And he looks to the others. Going to rush down here along the edge of the pool. Gazin, it is your turn. Oh, and Hugo is put before the creature that downed them, so up there on initiative.
Okay, that changes my plans. I was gonna go. Shoot, I only have so many actions. He's already badly injured, and I know how much damage he took from that. Succeeding against that mental damage. That any mental damage is going to be good. Within 30 feet, so I am going to cast Needle of Vengeance on him if he targets me.
Okay.
I'm going to increase my armor class by 1. Then I have 2 more actions. To test something. I'm going to use Void Warp on the one before us. Actually, no. I have 2 actions. What the area is good for this? 20-foot burst. I'm going to cast Slither.
Where at?
I'm trying to place it so it doesn't hit Hugo, but it hits all 3 of them. Which doesn't look possible.
Is not, unfortunately.
I'm gonna get the more problematic too. Place it like that. So that Hugo's outside the area.
Okay. So let me see. Each creature in the area when he casts a spell. Alright. Reflex saves for both of them as these slithering, well, snakes rise up. The unlived life definitely fails. Hishambo succeeds. So roll the damage there. Hishambo is unaffected. The creature on the ground is going to take some damage there. And it is grabbed by the snake as well. Need off guard. Alright. As the snakes... Oh, well, I shouldn't have done that. There we go. As the snakes persist there, that'll be your turn. Yuga, it is over to you.
In my case, I believe it's spider. Yeah, it's spiders.
Or
in my
spiders.
case.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford to leave Shugo down. He's just too damaging. I'm gonna have to pick him up this turn. Which leaves me vulnerable.
Step to the side, you could get him up.
I can't do both. I can either get him up or I can move.
I can possibly give you at least a concealment.
Concealment?
I can give you a potion which like makes you just concealed for 5 minutes.
Okay, would that work on your turn or would I need to delay?
No, that would work on my turn.
Cool. Okay, I will heal Shugo.
Okay.
Could you just stride instead of using reach spell?
Nothing.
I could stride instead of using reach spell, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that might put you in more danger.
And then
though.
I would stride into the snakes. So I can't do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the doors aren't as wide as I thought.
Nope. So,
Yeah,
reach
sorry
back
for blocking.
and heal. Eagle heal to Shugo. Let me check something about...
Okay.
There is something. Read the healing font section. I believe you should have another slot of a heal.
Oh my gosh. I would have an additional slot that I didn't know about because Because the only way you'd find that is by reading that section again. I didn't realize I needed to read that section again.
Yeah, I don't think you ever really came close to using them all as much, but in this circumstance, I needed to check real quick and see if I remembered correctly. But yes, you should have one extra one. But that'll help. But yes, reach.
Yeah, assuming I live.
Healed for 100 HP in really good rolls on that 60-10. That'll get Shugo
Gosh, I
back
wish I
in
had a
fight.
fourth action. Then I could have like picked you up from prone.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just out of reach.
As
Leodon.
promised, I'm going to start a quick tincture, and I'm going to create a mist form elixir, which I will feed to Yuga.
Okay. Form, a little bit of concealment on Yuga. Greater one too, let's see. Stealed for 5 minutes. Okay. You can add that concealment to yourself. Yuga.
Next, I'm going to continue going after the Unleft Live next to us.
Mm-hmm.
With my usual suite of things.
Sure thing.
Checking for a crit as per usual.
Well, that's a 20 on the religion check.
That gives me one of my things. I just need to remember which one.
I believe it is, everybody has +1 to hit on them. Yes, for shared treasure.
Nope, that's
Not
the wrong
shared,
one, I believe.
is known weakness.
Non-weakness, thank you.
It's that particular unlived life.
As for what I want to know, how about telling me if they have any weakness?
They have no weaknesses, except for the vulnerability I spoke about before.
And is there anything else that I can ask for?
I want to know if they resist or are otherwise immune to void damage.
No, that's a good point. How about resistances?
They avoid healing as any undead, and they have no resistances.
Okay,
Fair enough.
I should know. Okay, glad I found out that way.
I'm now going to roll for my number.
18. Okay.
Wonderful.
Rolling really well.
Can you
I'm good.
choose to use the non-vitality version?
Yes, I can. I completely forgot that vitality damage is still vitality damage, quote unquote.
Might help a lot actually here. Let's see.
Yep.
Critical strike. I'm not infusing your bolts with life-giving energy rather than just shooting as hard as you can as it slices straight into their skull. This one is barely holding up at this point.
I'm going to reload, and I believe that is action 3 of my 4. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And just for the heck of it, I'm going to map attack.
Map
Because of
attack's
what is
going to
expected.
fail. Alright. Now this one here is going to rush off towards the others using a bit of a awful
And-
approach.
I'm gonna try to catch it.
Okay, let's start with that.
I don't have a lot of faith in this doing much.
Snap a bite towards them. This will unfortunately miss because you are still frightened and prone. Otherwise may have hit. Now, Balzin, I need to know specifics here.
Spell goes into effect when it's cast and when they end their turn in the area.
End their turn. Okay. So they're going to just run across them with their awful approach. And let's see. Here it is. I need you guys to make a fortitude save, including Shugo, once more. 19, perfectly fine on the Adon.
The adult has just been through too much to be phased by this at this point.
The one who fails is Shuga or Balzin, but Balzin was already sickened.
Oh,
No.
can't increase my value? Okay, cool.
I don't believe so. Nope. Generally, most abilities don't do so unless they say specifically that they do. They're gonna bite at you, Balzin. But a natural 1 is going to be unsuccessful. We're gonna do a claw strike. Map 4. 11 on the dice. Will at least hit for a little bit. That's all they can do on their turn. 8 and 1, total of 22. Now going to the one that is grabbed by the snakes. It is going to ignore the snakes and keep going for Yuga. First Jaws. Of course, they need to roll a d20 as well. This would critically strike. They do succeed on getting a critical strike out on Yuga. Yuga, unfortunately, will be dealt some damage here. 70 points, you are downed.
I'm
They
flattened.
switch targets. The Baozin. Ball strike first, 4 on the dice, will fail. Second one will also fail against Baozin.
Okay, they need to make another save.
Yep.
Put it in
That's
chat.
chat for me. There we go. Quick save, same damages, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Fails, takes the full damage. Continues to be grabbed as well. Be 8. Alright. That one's barely alive. Shugo. Not feeling too great. I believe your frightened would have reduced as well. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Being prone is not good.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stand back up.
Mm-hmm.
I can find the button. Boslin, is that snake thing sustained?
No. As long as you don't end your turn in that range, you'll be fine.
That is.
You can walk through it just fine.
That is significantly easier said than done. And you cannot split movement, correct, in Pathfinder?
No, you cannot, unless they are other move actions together, such as like going through
You
a
also
door.
have 10-foot reach.
Yes, but I won't be able to reach anything here.
You can reach Aisha and Bao from the outside.
I can, but I kind of want to protect the group before they all die. But yeah.
Stand up.
Sure. I'll stand up and I'll move around with another action. Last remaining action, I'm gonna try to catch him
Okay. Just a grab.
with a. Well, I'm gonna try to bite him with a
There
draw
we
strike.
go. Bite.
Although you know, a grab might be a good idea here. 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna try to hold him. I'm gonna try to give him a nice hug.
Alright. Go for it.
Worry this frightened is gonna screw me over though. Nope, my dice are gonna screw me
Natural
over.
1. Unfortunately, you're going to critically
One of
fail.
those days.
You land prone once more. Now over to Heishan Bao. You're still at it, huh? Told you. Kugaptee will have your soul. Need another will save, Shugo.
I'm gonna reactive strike.
Okay. You have a chance to stop it. You reach up. 6 on the dice, unfortunately, is going to fail. "12, though. You do at least succeed against it. You're only frightened 1. And you take half this damage. Not the best roll, not the best damage, but you're just fine. He is going to, though... He's going to get out of the snakes and continue fighting Shugo. He's going to rush over there, but that's all he can do after casting. Baozin, your turn. 2 of these creatures right before you. What do you do?
That is so annoying. And they heal from. Okay. I am looking at my options, but I'm not looking.
You guys turn up next.
It is. If I get him up, will he have his turn?
Hold on. I think no, actually, Yuga went down to the first unlived. This one here, I think. No, the second unlived. So Yuga would actually be down here in the order because of where they went down from. So still got time from Leodon as well if Leodon has any way to help.
I have a bunch of potions on me.
Okay.
Just to focus on damage.
I'm gonna use one action to sustain Needle of Vengeance and give myself the AC bonus.
Okay.
Actually, no. No, wait, no, he's not in range, so I have to. Okay. Man, I wish he would have come over here. Then I need to off the field. I'm gonna use needle darts on the one that is grappled by my.
Sling more darts down at it. Worked the first time. Let's see if you can do it again. 11 on the dice. Should certainly hit. Roll the damage. That one takes another 20 points of damage. It is barely keeping going, but still is.
That is my turn.
Alright. Leodon, over to you.
As promised, I am forcing a healing potion down Yuga's gullet.
Okay. Moderate healing potion.
Since he's concealed, I'll have to roll for that, won't I?
Yes, technically. DC 5 flat check.
Cool.
6 on the dice. You got it. You guys healed for 27. Enough to get them back into the fight. What else you got, Leodon?
I'll have to reload after this turn, but for now, I'm going to proceed. I will start with by reloading first.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 of my actions. Stratagem is free, thankfully.
Yep.
Excuse me.
12 on the dice.
Wait, can someone tell me which roll I got?
12.
Oh.
That's still a hit, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
I forgot to recall knowledge, but at this point there's nothing we can learn about them anymore, so who cares? And I'm going to simply strike.
Alright. Nearly a crit. It may be enough. Either way. Fling one more shot into this creature. It finally does falter. Be destroyed.
Right then.
I want to use a reaction.
Oh, yes. So, let me see here. Death's Call is.
Let's call.
They are level 11.
3 hit points.
Yep, they are technically undead as well.
Plus my spellcasting after modifier. So 4, 15, 30.
30 temp. Not bad.
I believe
Take
this is
it.
the last turn of my Demon's Tears, so I'm going to spend this last turn to actually use the special action and roll for the temp HP.
Okay.
2d8, because there's no action for that.
Temp HP. Alright. So, as you're calculating that, go to the next guy. They do see Yuga on the ground. They do see an easy
No,
target.
you don't.
They're going to go for...
I'm just kidding.
Actually, they're going to start with Balzin. They believe that it'd be easier to do the claws on Yuga. Unfortunately, Balzin, because you are still sickened, this would be a crit. Balzin, you take 59 points of damage.
Oh, I hate this. You know why I hate this? That is the exact
Yeah.
amount of health I
Do
have
you have
left
the
and
AC
have-
bonus that you should have on you?
Yes, and
Okay.
it's negated by the second.
Okay. Yes, you're at the exact HP you don't want to be at, unfortunately. You're down to 0. They changed their target to Yuga, falling at them. Be a 14 to hit. They would hit Yuga. But DC 5 flat check. Going to be a succeed.
Cool.
Yuga. You were hit for 22 points of damage as they slash into you, and then they're going to attempt to grab against you as their final action. Be with map 5. I'll minus this by 5, whatever happens. Because they already struck with something else. They're going to miss.
They struck twice. Struck me, then struck him.
Grab takes the map of what it was at.
Oh, because it's part of
Is the grab action.
attack.
This is how I run it. Yuga! What do you do?
I feel like I'm gonna have to get up and do a couple of battle medicines.
Okay. Into a stand.
Okay. All right, macro time. Okay. Let me double check exactly where I am with medicine right now. Oh, I'm only in. I see. I'm only an expert.
Only expert.
Medicine is 22. Assurance beats DC 26. Might as well roll it for it and hope for the crit then.
Mm-hmm. That is going to be a crit. For a total of 36 healing.
It's not incredible,
Dozen.
but
It's a lot
that's what
better.
we get.
Keep it
Looks
going.
could be.
Anything else?
Another battle medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Myself.
Yep. And you do not need to roll
Same.
concealment on yourself when you're doing something to yourself. 31.
I love that.
Keeps you going as well as both of you are struggling. The unlived life is destroyed, so we go back to Shugo. Shugo, what do you do?
She was gonna stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is such a difficult decision. I want to go help the team, but I think there's a bigger issue.
There might be, yeah.
I'm gonna lash out towards him with my jaws.
Okay.
One action.
Snap of the
Feels like
jaws,
I'm
9
better
on the
equipped for
dice is going to be a
efficient, but
failure to
he's
hit. He seems very difficult to hit, in fact.
Lure him over.
It's easier said than done.
Thanks to your snakes.
I'm gonna.
We really can't move right now.
I'm gonna step back from him.
Okay. Step back. Let's try this one more time. He has one more 6th rank Phantasmal Killer. Shugo will save.
I'm going to try to hit him with the crit this time.
14
At least I hit him.
will hit. Alright. Be 48 points of damage to them, plus the weakness value. Oh, wait. No, just getting past the resistance.
Yeah.
They are still barely standing. I need a
I'm
will save.
so sad. That was so close.
Reminder, Phantasmal Killer is a death effect. If you die to this, you die without dying saves. But you
And
succeeded.
I can't use breath of or what's it called?
Breath of life.
Breath of life.
You take half this damage, Shugo. Still standing.
I will not back down.
That's
will
what I
not
have to
allow-
do.
I will not allow you to hurt them.
Bazin, over to you. One unlived life in front of you. You're prone, remember, Bazin.
Yeah, I am figuring that out. I'm gonna use one action to stand.
Mhm.
Use my second. Is opening a door in action?
Yes, it can be part of it. It can be. You can continue your movement through the door, but yes, opening up a door is an action. You can also just move through your snakes and take the damage and risk that if that is necessary. Or you just move through them too. Be the same distance either way to just move out of the area the slither.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use 2 actions. Here. And here. My familiar not taking the same path for some reason.
You would be able to get out from there in 1 action. And not be in the slither, because that's a safe space. And you have Scamper.
Oh, okay. So then I'm only gonna use 1 action. That leaves me with 1 action. I want to try to retch with a fortitude save.
Okay. Or on the dice.
I'm gonna hear.
Sorry, what's the order of operations here? You just moved and then you're retching here. You have 2
Up
actions.
from prone. Move,
Oh yeah.
retch,
yeah,
and then I'm gonna cackle.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Crackle ahead, Shambo. Retch doesn't work, but either way. Cackle
Cackle will
sustains.
sustain,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna use it to increase Shugo's armor class.
Alright, Shugo's armor class up.
Remember, Needle of Vengeance is 1.
Yep.
As
Mhm.
in,
Alright, Leodon, your turn. Shambo's out the door there,
Okay.
unlived life in front. What do you do?
I'm going to step on up.
Mm-hmm.
Might be as it was a moment ago. And even though it's kind of a terrible idea to do this, I'm just going to actually, you know what? I'm going to go after Haitian Bao. Let's go gambling. Has that ever failed us?
Alright.
I'm going to devise a stratagem. I'm going to once again roll for recall knowledge on him.
The Rico knowledge is natural 1.
I'm going to cognitive crossover.
Okay.
Clearly, comparing him to a cup of tea is the right choice to make here.
17. So, you are able to learn something about Heishan Bao. What do you want to know?
I really, really want to know his lowest save at this point.
Lowest save is their will.
Oh. Fascinating. That info I'm going to roll for my fortune of the day.
Roll the dice. It's going to miss.
I'm going to change targets to the unlived life in front of me.
Alright.
I reload and I fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yoink and yoink.
Over the dice. Will hit. Roll the damage. Fire it down at this creature in front of you. Be enough to do quite a bit of damage there. 23. Alright. Now, I believe that is your turn.
Yep.
On to this one. It is going to start attacking Leodon. Trying to grab a hold. 18 on the dice will be a crit. Lucky enough for them. That'll be a total of 60 points of damage to you, Leodon. They're going to go for a grapple now. Get a hold with those vicious jaws. They are going to fail because of the athletics, because pursue a lead. Ah, I see.
Wow.
Wow.
Suppose there's a thing now. Either way, they're going to go for claw attack as their third. Tap 8. 2 on the dice will fail. Yuga, your turn now.
Cool. Oh boy. Well, so I have a horrible thing in front of us. I could potentially go for spirit damage. Let's
Okay.
I cast Spirit Blast on the thing in front of me.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll the spell at the chat for me, so I can.
That's.
Yeah.
Oops! I clicked the wrong button.
We'll still take that roll.
It works out either way, yeah.
Fortitude save on it, 15 on the dice. Unfortunately, it's going to succeed. Not critically, it's going to take half of that, so 30 points of damage. Rending the spirit. Anything else you do?
It's not incredible. I need to see if I can relocate anywhere that's remotely useful.
Should be able to reach here, maybe?
There we go. I was having a UI malfunction.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea. Then again, that wouldn't help me like target any of my allies. If I moved over there, I'd be further technically from Shugo. I don't think I could. Well, I could move over there, but then I think I don't know if I'd be able to see you.
Yeah, I'll probably be stepping into your vision soon, so don't worry.
All right. Well, I have a 30-foot move, so I should be able to get next to Buzz in.
Okay. Easy enough. You rush over to the side? Yeah, either way, whatever way works, you do get over there. Diagonal. Yeah, it is close enough.
Okay.
Alright, now, Shugo, back to you.
I'm gonna stare down at the governor here, and Shugo's just gonna open his mouth wide and unleash a torrent of spiritual energy with his breath weapon on him.
Okay. The breath weapon. Deep dragon breath. Roll their fortitude save. Gonna be a 6 on the dice. They just
Oh my.
barely fail. Now what do you roll? A total of 34. Unfortunately, their HP is currently 36. They're
Oh my
still
gosh.
standing.
Okay, 1 second. Is
Mhm.
there anything else I can do to do 2 damage? Oh my
Attack?
gosh. I'm gonna...
Slap him with your hand.
I'm desperately gonna try to slap him with my face as Shugo follows up that breath attack with just lunging forward with his jaws.
Okay. Jaws snap towards them. Unfortunately, you have no flank, you have nothing that puts them off guard. Actually, Leodon, you succeeded on your recall knowledge, didn't you?
I had a success, but not a critical one.
Okay. And you have to actually hit them to get the off guard, right?
Yep.
Okay. It's going to miss. It'll be your turn. With what remains of him. He's going to look down in his flickering form. I know I cannot win this. Then it is time. Kugaptee shall rise. He starts
No.
rushing over to the pool.
As he moves, oh
You
my
miss.
god.
So I noticed that it's been an hour and a half.
Don't worry.
Okay.
As he rushes to the pool, he dives within, his crumpling body falling apart, his arms and legs distended like many of the Nindoru. As he splashes into the pool, I give you my flesh. I give you my soul. I give you everything. Just free me from this existence. I wish for only oblivion. And he seeps below the blood. The unlived soul also dives into the waters here, to the blood, and disappears underneath. as the end of that encounter. As all around you, the room begins to shake. We'll take our 5-minute break here.
Okay.
You guys in 5. All right. Welcome back, everyone. So, give yourselves that hero point for the halftime. As we just left off with Heishan Bao and the One Unlived Life diving into the pool here. And as they seep below the surface, the whole world around you rumbles. The moon eye in the sky sort of squints, and the claw just seems to imperceptibly, its fingers seem to curl inwards even more as if grasping tighter against on the world around it. And as this all is occurring, let me see, where's my music for this? There we go. As this is all occurring, diving up from the blood is not a figure you'd expect, but a welcome one. A figure you've only heard of in stories. The ghostly form of Tensui Jing. She dives up from the blood here. She looks to all of you in this ghostly splendor of hers. He's coming. I held him off for long enough, but there's no stopping it. That Heishan Bao is the key to his resurrection. He is arisen. I can help you best I can. I can lend you all my powers. After centuries of keeping him imprisoned, there's nothing else I can do. And a burst of light descends upon all of you. You all feel incredibly reinvigorated. First of all of your negative things go away. Sickened, wounded, drained, all of that. Second, you all feel healthy. You're at full HP. So give yourselves full HP as well. Third, for spellcasters, you may restore 3 spell slots of any level.
Any level?
Any level, including your font if you want. And to Leodon, you may restore 2 versatile vials.
Oh, how convenient.
Hugo,
Well, all
your
of
breath is
my
able
best
to be
missing
used again
spells
as
are
well.
my heals.
Oh,
As Tensui Jing it unleashes this burst of light that heals, restores as best she can. She, well, disapparates at that point as a claw, massive, gnarled, reaches up and lashes one last time at Tensui Jing before she, well, disappears. And that claw grasps at the edge of the bowl of blood here. Another grasps at another edge. These tentacled heads reach up from it. 4 in total. And then the rest of the body. The form of the great fiend's Kugaptee rises out from the blood. You have interloped. You have tried. You defenders of your prison. I am finally free despite your best efforts. My servant, the fool. He has brought me the essence I need. This world, this cycle, will suffer for keeping me in an abyss of my own mind for thousands of years. Your lives, your souls will be ripped from the cycle. You will join me in blissful oblivion, forever alive in one form only. Never to rise again in another, never to be reborn in a cycle of suffering. Your lives are now mine. I need your initiatives.
okay. Just to verify.
Yes.
Would my the dragon spirit run out at this point?
What dragon spirit?
The buff I took at the beginning of the last fight.
Ascendant, yeah, 1 minute buffs would go away, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness. This is good. Does he have legs?
They're in the water, yes. They're in the blood.
I think he
Kuga.
might stay in the water. Is that a safe?
We start with you. What do you do?
Shugo's gonna see the torment of Willowshore appear before them in the flesh, and he, without even thinking for his own safety, is going to throw himself at it.
Alright.
I'm going
As
to
you
stride
rush forward, one of the gangly arms of theirs is going to lash out. Yes, a grasping claw. One not unlike the one that reaches towards the sky. You are definitely going to be hit by this. As you are, they slash into body and mind like many a Nindoru fiend, but also, as their claw strikes towards you, I need you to make a will save. As you see the same shackles, the ethereal ones that you were able to resist earlier when you entered this realm, reappear on you. 7 on the dice.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay. 2 on the dice. Unfortunately, you fail. The ephemeral chains bring you this great sense of doom. You are doomed 1. Might I remind you guys of what the effects of doom are? Go ahead and continue with your turn.
Shugo is not going to let that stop him, even though he's not appreciating this. He's going to jump forward and try to bite that arm as it pulls back.
Okay. 12 will just barely get a hit on them. Roll damage. And as many an Nindoru fiend before them, they are weak to silver, as all are.
As my third action, I auto-grab them.
Alright.
Shugo just lashes his claws into the arm and just pulls it towards him to try to keep it from going after the others.
Okay. Bows in. We go to your turn. Oh, one thing I forgot. Because, Shan Bao and the Unliving got into his little pit before he was summoned, he's quickened for the fight. Bows in. Your turn.
Can you mark him as grabbed as well, please?
Yes, please. Or, yes.
Yes, thank you.
Bows in.
Get the off guard up.
I'm gonna shout out to Shugo, hold him there. I have a little trick I'm so excited to use. After all these years, I think you'd wither away. I'm casting Awaken Entropy. I'm gonna do it towards this bottom right corner, so that
Okay.
the others are mostly safe. The odd on you may need to move later.
Let's see. Any creature that enters or begins its turn. So it does. It can't like trigger twice. So it will be at the beginning of their turn that they take this.
Yes, it'll be at the beginning of his turn this applies. It is going to deal force damage if he doesn't take void damage.
If he doesn't take it. Okay.
Yeah. So this is going to be good.
Mm-hmm. So,
And that's all 3 of my actions.
on their turn. First, the entropy begins to unravel the bushes that were never there to begin with, and also unravel time around them. They roll 14. They are going to succeed, taking half damage. This should not be force damage, though. They are not immune to void. Yes, they are not immune to void. I think you press the button for immune to void.
I did.
Let's see. Let's do this again. There we go. Now go ahead and roll the damage for it. they are going to take half of this void damage. And unfortunately,
on.
because they are resistant to void damage, they take 0.
Come on.
As read, it is they do take void damage, but Nindoru are also resistant to void damage. Baseline for all Nindoru. So, unfortunately, that doesn't do all that much. Now on their turn.
Okay.
Gotta use my abilities. First. Hugo. Let's see, what do we got here? Ah, they gotta use this. Okay. They raise their hands up, or raise what claws they can up, and unleash this globe of freezing darkness into the room. I need to make a flat check first. Let's see. 6 on the dice, they're going to succeed. Hugo,
Let me make my opportunity attack
you would have an opportunity, yes.
or reactive strike.
Mhm.
Apologies.
13 will be a hit. Roll the damage. $35, a little bit of silver damage too. Gonna take 50 off of them. They're not looking too great. And now, though, I get to place the burst in the room, which is going to hit everybody. And because this boss is, void damage to... I'm gonna say he's immune to his own spell. Go ahead and roll your reflex saves, guys. There's this burst of an eclipse in the room. Critical failure. 1000, critical failure.
Thanks, hero point.
4 on the dice, Leodon, failure. 19, success. Hero point, bounce in. 8 on the dice will still be, unfortunately, a failure. So, it bursts into the room. Each of you would take a total of 77 points of damage. Yuga takes half, Shugo takes 142 because of the critical failure, Bazin and Leodon take 77 each. Now, he looks to Shugo here. And that maw with those tentacles and those little devilish heads on the end of them reaches down for you. Shugo. And they roll a natural 1. They're gonna go for a claw strike
Wow.
against Shugo. 9 with Agile is going to hit. Shugo, you take 29 points of damage, and I need another save against the shackling claws.
Shugo is also permanently blinded, by the way. You said will save?
Permanently blinded by what?
The spell.
Oh, yes, critical failure. Okay. 32, you just barely succeed. You don't increase your doomed value, but you are doomed. Yes, the blinding darkness just is too much for your eyes, and your eyes become milky white, permanently blinded by that spell. You see now, without your sight, without the eyes to see this world, all it is suffering. If only I could show you my perspective.
I was handed this crossbow 3 seasons ago, and I was given it with the task to save the village. I feel like I should finally bring that task to a close, I fear. I'm going to start by devising a stratagem.
Okay. Religion for Kugaptee.
Religion. I figured that religion would help to identify a god.
Mhm. 13, total of 35. Yes, you would succeed. You've heard a lot about Kugaptee, you've researched as much as you can, and you are facing them. What do you want to know?
Low save.
Their lowest save is their will, as with most Nindoru.
Let's go check my number.
16.
Good number.
And they are grabbed.
Okay. I still have 3 actions. Let me figure this out because I really do want to drink a quickness push at this point, but first, I technically reloaded in between this fight. Let's pretend I did that.
Yeah, you would have. You would have definitely.
Okay, but still these are the 3 actions. I use the 1 action for an envenom strike. Lathering a crossbow bolt in my poison. I'm going to fire for now.
Alright. That'll hit.
I'm making it off guard to Shugo.
Off guard to Shugo. Alright. Just sling this shot off. Total of 35 against them. They're looking not that great. But you guys aren't as well.
With my remaining 2 actions, I'm going to quick tincture myself up a what's it called? Haste potion. The mind is just slipping me.
Potion of quickness.
Slipping me. Potion of quickness. Thank you. And I'm going to down it.
Alrighty. Down the potion. I believe that'll be all your actions then.
Yep.
Yuga, over to you. Don't believe you would still have the one. Oh wait, how long was it for the concealment? It was 5 minutes. I'll say 5 minutes lasts. Never mind. You do have the concealment.
Okay. I cannot let Shugo die. I am going to heal Shugo because I need the big burst, and he's in danger from being doomed. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm going to apply heroic recovery to it when I cast this.
Okay, 5 foot to its speed, +1 to bonus, and +1 damage rolls. Okay, yeah. Shugo, you feel this glow on yourself. You feel renewed, but your eyes still aren't working.
I'm casting it from a spell slot rather than my thingy.
Okay.
Wait, can I do that? Hold on. If it's to cast heal, it doesn't specify font. Okay. I'm gonna use it for my spell slot.
Okay. Shugo's healed up. For a total of 76. Keep Shugo in the fight. Alright. Now then. Is that all?
Yes, because it's 3 actions to do that.
Okay. Shugo, back to you.
All right. So I have imprecise scent.
Doesn't
Let
help.
me roll against it. Okay.
Imprecise doesn't help.
It's unfortunate.
Still, yeah. Still invisible to you, essentially.
Well, the only thing I can do is keep trying.
Alright.
I have something amazing. Potentially.
I am going to fight.
Mm-hmm. Latching out 13. I need a DC 11 flat check.
I'm surprised it didn't auto roll it.
Yeah. I think I need to change the setting for that. 13, you will hit. Roll the damage.
Even robbed of his sight, Shugo does not give up.
Mm-hmm. 29 plus the weakness. They're not looking that great.
I continue the auto grab.
Okay.
I don't think I have to roll for that
Nope.
because it's not an attack technically.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Remaining action, I'm gonna try to swipe it with my claws.
Alright. Natural 1. Going to
I will
miss.
not swipe it with my claws.
Mm-hmm.
That is all 3 actions, though, as Shugo keeps holding on for dear life to keep him distracted from the others.
Bowsin, over to you.
Okay, I'm not gonna sustain Awaken Entropy because that effective as I was hoping. I'm gonna start with a Needle of Vengeance on him.
Mhm.
Does any harm to Shugo, get reprimanded. I will increase Yuka's. I'm gonna increase my own armor class.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove that.
Yeah, that affects big.
Yep.
For my second action, I am going to use one of the spell slots I restored, thanks to our friend. Phantom Pain.
All right. Phantom Pain, I'll roll the will save here. Let's see. 5 on the dice. They fail.
Oh my
Actually.
goodness. We finally got a fail.
With that, it'll be 18 points of damage. They're sickened 1 from it.
And they are applied with persistent.
Yes. 3d4. Let me just put that in chat there. There we go. Alright, so. On to Kugaptee's turn. So the needle was for Shugo?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see what he's got here. What do we have? Okay. They're going to. Let's see. That actually be useful. They're going to attack Shugo. Shugo will be off guard to these attacks, being blinded. Let me make sure Shugo is off guard.
Will save for each attack.
Yep, I'm gonna do that first. Let's do this and this. 12 damage, I believe. They roll a 17. They're going to succeed, so they take 6. What will you ever do without them? As it bites towards Shugo once more. 3 on the dice. He's rolling so terribly.
I don't need eyes to know that I can stop you.
It's 31 points of damage to you, Shugo. They're going to strike with their maw again. Map strike here. Nice, god damn it.
Save.
Will save, yes. Will save again, 16. They're going to take half of that.
Okay, so that's
6. And with the remaining 2 actions. Yeah. They're going to unleash a phantasmal calamity into the room. First, I'm going to do flat check for grab, see if they can even do it. 11 on the dice, they will. Then,
Let me do my thing.
Shugo, you can bite.
Okay.
4 on the dice will fail.
I will cry.
And the burst will be right here for you guys. Exactly. So, he bows in, Yuga and Shugo. Roll a will save.
That's cool.
he'll need to make a will save since he is hitting Shugo.
Those, yes. Critical success on Yuga.
I'm good.
He fails his will save, so he takes 12. Success on Shugo. Failure.
I am
Bows
going
in.
to your point that.
Looking great. Alright, let's see. Damage, you guys will each take half of it. 37.
I am so glad I re-rolled that.
Half
I
that,
would knock me down.
18. 18 to Bazin. That'll be all they can do, even with their haste. Leodon, it's your turn.
Alrighty.
And they take an 8 persistence mental damage. They're still standing very barely, though.
Does that 6 bleed kill them?
The bleed. Well, I need to do the bleed too, yeah. I'm going through it. There we go. They are not dead yet.
should've let
I
him.
forgot if that was a thing, but you can chuck potions towards your friend, right?
No, you cannot. You have to go and administer it to him. Only an alchemist with an ability can do that.
Nah. Okay. I could try finishing him, or I could try walking through everything here and risk getting an attack to get Shugo to be able to attack again more reliably.
See, 11 flat check is pretty tough.
If you can finish him, finish him.
Fair enough. Reload. I'm going to use free action just as planned.
Mm-hmm. Two d20s.
Right.
So just roll your first d20 and then... Yeah, just roll them however you need to. It might not work mechanically with the system, but... 13. And...
Okay. I need to...
Just roll a flat one. So we can see what it is.
I can't see the dice rolls currently, unfortunately.
Okay, so it's going to be the 13.
That should still hit, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I still have 3 actions. Quicken. I'm going to invent strike simply for that extra damage,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to quicken action strike. I can see that one.
Oh,
It hits. Roll the damage. As you raise the crossbow, strike out towards Kugaptee. Your bolt lands straight into that horrid face of theirs, and as it does, it pierces through. He roars out. The tentacle, skeletal things, all, wave around in their death throes as it seems Kugaptee is slowly melting back into the pool of blood, his form unleashing a billion butterflies all throughout the room, all up into the air, out into the whole realm. As the realm itself quakes, the bloodshot eye at the top squeezes shut, the claw grasps fully with their fist, but then is falling down as well. May this be my true end. Release me from this fetid existence. As the realm quakes, Kugaptee falls. It is not over. Not over just yet. As the world trembles, I need everyone to make a reflex save. The manor is faltering all around you, beams falling here and there. I need reflex saves from everybody.
okay.
Okay, 30, 33, 30, 25. Let me check again. The world trembles. Basic save for 5d6 bludgeoning damage. Who is carrying the letter from the Wisdom of the Seven Sages and the letter from Hei Shanbo's parents? Who's carrying that? Told you guys to remember who was carrying each of these specifically.
Wrote it down.
Somebody wrote them down.
Yuga.
You guys?
No, I mean like Yuga. Did you write it down?
No, I didn't write any of this down. I thought we distributed them as items.
Yeah, I believe we.
A note from the parents. Okay, somebody just claim it then. Somebody just claim it.
So I'm looking at my inventory right now, and I see the withered camellia flower carefully preserved in a cushion box.
So you don't have it. Yes, somebody should have.
I also see something that just is listed as a
Oh,
letter.
you also have the letter from Heishanbao's parents.
So
Theirs should have
if there
been
were,
distributed because you would not be you would be safe from the stuff. So let's just say somebody has it. Who has it? Somebody declare it.
Shugo can take the letter.
Okay, so Shugo, you are unaffected by the falling debris. You don't take any damage from it. Everybody else, Baozin, everybody else takes half damage. So make sure you guys take the half damage there from the
How
fall.
much is that?
Leodon, you take full damage. It's 19 right there.
I can see that.
Oh, okay. Either way, as this continues to occur, these rents open along the length of Kugaptee's arm in the sky, and the clouds with these razor-winged Nindoru butterflies swooping down, engulfing the world from Kugaptee with their wings, legs, teeth, scouring any exposed flesh. I need each of you now to make a fortitude save. Right there in chat. Click it in chat, it'll show us whether you succeed or fail.
Just a moment as I try to reload once more.
That's okay.
Goodness. And I don't have any. We don't get any actions between these two.
Nope, no actions here. It is all happening plenty fast. Success. We roll the damage here as we're waiting on Leodon to rejoin. I will actually just roll yours, Leodon, to get things going.
Yep.
There you this, there it is, there we go. There's the damage, each of you takes half except for Shugo. Shugo takes nothing. Leodon also takes nothing from that. As the flesh tears, then the mind recoils. As the space around you, there is a mind-numbing, telepathic roar of anguish and even fear at being drawn back into true death. Blasts even thought itself to shreds. I need everyone to make a will save.
I have the ledgers if that matters. Oh,
I'm gonna say, yeah, for the other one of you had the items that made you immune, but I think it was Leodon who had the picture. Either way, critical success, Shugo fails. Shugo, your mind is rent, recoiling at this. You take 20 points of damage. And finally, as Kugaptee's claw in the sky, in sort of the tower slips back into the ground, his roar is cut off, and you all momentarily glimpse into the very nature of death. I need you to each make either a fortitude, reflex, or will save. To endure it with fortitude, to avoid it with reflex, or to shield your soul with a will save.
Oh, I
does this
forgot.
count
to
as an
hit the
evil
button.
thing?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's an evil thing. Either way, Shugo, you
Is-
critically succeed as
I'm
well.
gonna use my evil reflecting shield.
You can't reflect this. Like,
Well,
you're
I
not going to
tried.
reflect, like, death itself, the world ending around you. Either way, you do succeed. You take half the damage here. And
Oh,
as the final stage of Kugaptee's death wanes, you...
Can I reaction that?
Reaction 1.
Oh, he's not
I
dead.
went down.
Not dead. It's just down. As that all finally begins to end, there's a silence for a moment. And then, well, a light revealing itself from the pool of blood that is now hardened, thickened. A figure, one that you had seen before, rises up, and once again, you see Ten Sui Jing. Mist rolls in all around you. and the sound of a softly playing flute winds through the smoky silence. It's a deceptively simple song, but with a rhythm that you all recognize from somewhere deep in your bones. With the song comes soundless but powerful pulse of emotions, hope, fear, pride, and defiance in the face of pain. A shared sense of purpose and self-sacrifice lifts weariness and bolsters the spirit. As the song begins to wane, as you are all collecting yourself, Tensui Jing bows before you all in simple silence, thanking you all, as her face is seemingly looking to the now revealing sunset in the world above. The eyes on the horizon no longer there. This world slowly melting into your own reality. The manor around you returning to its ruined state rather than this blood-stricken, bone-piled form. A moment later, all reawaken in the real world. Kugaptee slain, standing amidst the ruins of the manor.
Shugo just takes a deep breath of the normal air again.
The nightmare's over, is
Root
it?
heal?
You would all be healed, yes, by Tensui Jing.
Okay. Sorry, my anxiety was just getting to me because I was literally next turn about to put out my 3-action heal,
Hugo did it.
and then
and
the
nailed
rocks
on.
fell before I could. So I'm
Yes.
nervous.
Could have been a more difficult fight. Much more difficult, but you persevered. You won. As you stand amidst the ruins, you have a moment of silence to yourself. A moment of peace to each other. Before you go and see your villagers, the people that you have spent so long protecting, eagerly
Does it
awaiting the
feel-
news.
Does it feel like a weight has been lifted off of this place almost?
It does. Almost imperceptibly, but something you seem to have been living with for so very long. An itch at the back of your mind, a feeling of being watched. An ephemeral
That word
feeling,
gone, I
but it's
finally
gone.
feel weary.
I think we have finally done it. I hope.
A sense of peace is hopefully going to finally return to the village, and perhaps we can now return to bickering between North and South. The other jokes.
I could use a cup of tea.
Well, I believe everyone here could.
I hope with everything that everybody here has gone through, they will be a little more unified going forward. I can hope at least.
We're going to have a lot to do to recover.
I'm certainly gonna be really enjoying this time where I won't have to don my armor.
Going to just focus on a life of making tea going forward.
As long as time permits, at the very least. There's 120 years of books to catch up with, so I may as well get started soon.
I see. I suppose that I suppose I have time to think about this. For the first time in a long time.
We should tell everybody what happened, and maybe it will bring some relief to the people of the town.
Yes.
If you think you are ready for that anyways.
I suppose the people are probably very anxious, and the sooner I get this over with, the better.
So, save you a speech. The whole
Yay.
town is gathered. You all gather before them. People eagerly await hope, but also trepidation on their faces. All of your friends, all those you've known, everybody in town is here. This time feels different. You give them the news. People cheer. People stare in disbelief. People hug each other, kiss each other, cry. For those they lost, or simple relief. The spirits look on and cheer in their own ways, flitting through the sort of sky above. And the day goes on. You meet people. People thank you personally. Shinzo returns, in fact, one last time. Asina Shinzo. He approaches. For once with a greater smile on his face than the more smug one that he always had. The one that held secrets for you for the longest time. You may not have needed me after all. You succeeded. The worst challenge is without me.
But who knows whatever small effects that you might have had on this particular timeline might have trickled down somewhere, influenced something to turn the tides. Who can say?
I was there watching over you for every single one. I don't know what changed, truly. Perhaps your soul yearned for freedom. You found the strength within you, all of you. And you succeeded. Rasma is not just a goddess of death. She is a goddess of life. But death begets life.
My philosophy exactly.
Now, I doubt we will meet again. If we do, I hope it is not as enemies.
Come by for tea sometime, perhaps.
Perhaps I will. But I have a busy schedule ahead of me. There's
Still,
much
you are
need.
welcome here anytime.
Of course.
If you don't, you'll be remembered fondly.
Memory or not, I am timeless. It will fade. But memory in my mind will remain. At least for as long as it may. All things must end. I bid you all a good life ahead of you. Disappears in a
Thank you.
swirl of ash. The elders, bickering as they are, thank you as best they can, aggrandizing themselves in their own ways, how they helped you along the journey. Well, Elder Matsuki and Granny Hugh. Yami flits around your legs, granting each of you a small gift, a pebble from the shore, a potion found of someone's perfume, perhaps. Seems like Black Bean, Eshanber's cat, has been, well, hanging out with Yami. Your father, Yuga, approaches, of course, more privately than the rest. I would have never imagined it. I know you would have been very happy guiding the dead. Just doing as
Yes.
anyone would. Small, quaint, easy job. Something though changed you about this. I don't know what it was. I don't know why you took upon yourself these mantles, these things you've done. They're beyond what I could have imagined for you.
I would call it something akin to fear or desperation, perhaps.
Perhaps so.
Or maybe it was something else. I don't know. Maybe it was... Whatever it was, I couldn't sit by idly. I couldn't just remain as I was. And I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to be who I was again.
You've got greater things for you now, son. Much greater things. You make your mother proud.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hugo. Ugly cute. Skitter's over to you. Hey, Shugo, you notice that we can't, we're not spirits anymore, I think. Can't really get out of the shell.
No, but that might be for the best. We can protect these people better as we are now than we were able to as spirits. Don't you agree?
I mean, I guess so. The other spirits in town, well, they weren't as tough as we were, but... well, they'll do their part. I think we can protect them. I'll keep watching from where I've always watched at the Spider Gate. But you've, well, you're a little bit more on the offense than I am. I'm on the defense. Plenty of times while you were running around, I was keeping goblins and little evil guys away.
And the village will be forever in debt to you for what you have done for them. I think we can continue this arrangement. I will go take care of things outside the village, and you can keep them safe here.
Oh, I will. I very much will.
And maybe we can get you some nice decorations like I have too.
Oh.
I know somebody who would quite enjoy helping you, I think.
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't say no to it. If I'm stuck like this, I guess it matters more, this body. When I almost lost it, ugh. Anyway, thanks again for all your help. I was, really confused, but, nice that somebody else was in the same situation as me.
And I'll continue to be here for you. We can support each other as we learn and adapt to this new situation we're in.
Yeah, we will. Can I call you, brother?
Shugo tilts his head and gives a single nod. I think you can, brother.
It's Stone Brothers. Statue Brothers.
Shugo will kind of go bump Ugly Cute with his head.
And as you guys are doing that, Igawa Jube, the adopted sister of Liao Dan, approaches him. I wish Father
you
was
might-
here to say this. But if he was around, all this would have been a lot easier, too.
Perhaps, but I feel like if he were around, we've only been would just continue kicking the can down the road, metaphorically.
He was always so patient. Well, I hope you took your vengeance for us. He meant as much as he means to you.
I definitely made sure to have a little bit of us in the final strike against Kugaptee. Though I'm sure you must be glad to finally have me off your back now that I am going to be focusing on the tea house.
Yeah? I can keep the tower in full focus. It's our best library. Maybe I'll open it up a little bit more. Not like we have anywhere else for people to learn.
I hope you'll take visitors then. I might be checking in here and there. Perhaps restock it with some of the new things that I come across.
I guess that's true. It's all old, isn't it? I'll have to put in some orders for you. Just let me know. Thanks, brother. And, glad you put in the final shot for us. He steps
It's weird
away.
to- No, okay.
Oh, well. Sorry.
No, proceed.
One final figure. In more private. Approaches Arisen. A familiar face, of course. Ren Mei Li, the Jorogoma. That now de facto rules over your town. Well then, Balzind. You have done your duty well to me. Powers that I have granted you show much promise. In fact, I fear it wouldn't be long before you would even surpass my own abilities, if you put them up to good use, of course.
I do plan to keep training them. They've changed a lot. Not the powers
Yes.
themselves, but they've enabled a great change.
And I will continue to tutor you, to send you all that I can. Because there is something else. Something else that I dearly need from your service. Of course, not immediately. But have you ever heard of the Ruby Phoenix tournament?
Would my character know about that? Probably not.
Yours would not know because of the time skip stuff. Well,
No. Though given my absence for a century, that would make sense.
it makes sense, yes. Well, the most powerful sorcerer that Tianxia has ever known, Hao Jin. She has strangely returned, after centuries of us thinking that she was dead. The Ruby Phoenix tournament was a place to give away one of her items from her vaults every 10 years. Now she has returned. Quite curious, but quite care about her. I care about her vault. There are powerful items that one can be gained by winning the tournament and taking an item from the vault. I am
So I
hoping
take it there's something in there that has your ire. Well, not ire,
my
but
eye,
ire.
yes, one particular item. I'll tell you more about it, but it just so happens the tournament only happens once a decade. It's 4 years away. Keep training, keep learning, keep those abilities in the back of your mind. Don't tell the others just yet. I'm sure they'll be up to it if you tell them it would be a great, grand representation of Willowshore in the tournament.
Certainly. I'll make sure they stay sharp as well.
Please do. We can continue this symbiotic relationship. You can gain powers greater than you would have ever imagined, and I can keep your village safe during any travails that you would happen to go on out into the greater world of Tianxia. I think this deal of ours can continue.
Certainly. It's not a deal I'm looking to conclude.
Good. Then you'll see me not very often anymore. I have, of course, many other plots and plans. If I am to, well, create my own little fiefdom in Shenmen. I trust you and the other stewards to keep a hold of Willowshore.
Certainly. While the four of us are here, your grasp on Willowshore will be firm.
Very well. If you ever need me, you know how to ask, as she looks down at Minako, or wafting away in a silvery mist. And with that, that is going to be the end of Season of Ghost.
Oh gosh. That is a good campaign.
Yes, it is.
Mhm. I didn't have to make a final adjustment. You only fight He Shanbao in the final battle, as written.
Really?
Yes. Which I thought
Okay,
was
so
boring.
I have to ask. I know this is like asking for other information, but like,
Mhm.
if you don't defeat Kugaptee there, what happens?
Uh,
Like, if that part you added wasn't there, like, would
it just
resolve still?
you beat He Shanbao. There's a chance of redemption for him, but he jumped into the pit, so I think redemption for literally everybody is boring. Some people just,
Agreed.
yeah.
Given what we found out
people
about
just
him, I feel like
refuse to
he's a
be
bit
given.
beyond the point as well.
Is there any single one of the player characters who did not have an intense grudge against this man?
Yeah. I mean, I wrote it into almost all your backstories in a way.
He need to go down.
But yeah, I didn't get to use many. I built Kugaptee myself. I didn't get to use some of the stuff like
Thank goodness. I mean, what?
Doomed 1, and it increases. So you just die if you get Doomed 4. You just die on his shackling claws.
Yeah.
But also, this never happened. But I still got somebody blinded. But this was going to be more cool because you could integrate it into your art or something like that. But I mean, it's very thematic, of course. Lose your eyes.
Wow.
But he only rolled threes and
the
4s for
magical
attacks.
blind.
So.
The magical blind I can cure.
Yes.
That one, regenerate I could eventually cure, but
eventually, but yeah.
Yeah. Next level?
You guys do not level up. You're not going to level up because Fist of the Ruby Phoenix, is 11 to 20, and keeping you guys at 12 for the first part, I can deal with, but I can't deal with you guys being 2 levels above Fist of the Ruby Phoenix.
I do think the magical blinded can be removed from Shugo.
The magical blindness, let me see from that spell. Hold on.
I can just cast Sound Body.
Where'd that spell go?
I don't know. Can you cast that within 4 years?
I can cast it 5 times a day.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Is he
So I
clips
can
first?
try
Clips
5 times a
first.
day.
Double damage when blinded by the darkness for an unlimited duration. So it's basically, it's not even a curse, it's just like magical blindness. You just dispel magic it. It's a 7th rank
okay.
spell, but you would eventually critically succeed on your dispel magic and get to a 7th rank dispelling, and yeah, it eventually would go away.
In case the fight went on longer, I would have been able to get Shugu some echolocation.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Precise echolocation, so yeah, you don't even have to see. That's actually extremely good, because precise echolocation completely counters invisibility.
And the downside is you're blinded, so like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, in a combat, you're good. And because you have a precise sense, you would not be off guard to anybody. You would not be doing DC 11 flat checks. You would just be fully, like perfectly fine out to 40 feet. But yeah, you guys did well against Kugaptee. I was a little afraid he was going to be a little tough based on how I built him, but I mean, you did get burst down very badly. But the problem was he didn't get any crits. I mean, he was literally critting on a plus 10, like a 10 or higher. But he could only roll 2s or 4s, so...
I really
That's-
think I
that's
should have
good
played
for
that
us.
fight with
Yeah.
Buffalo. It was so much better.
Either way, I think you guys earned it anyway. Certainly do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that,
This
like,
is a great campaign.
they have the art for him and everything, but it's just like, we didn't feel like making a fucking art. It's just fighting fucking Heishanbo for the 5th time, and that's it, you know? That's the one weak point. But otherwise, the campaign is very, very good, very story-driven. You can very easily integrate characters into the town and make things count because, you know, there's a lot of things that happen to a lot of different characters, and a lot of interactions and recurring things with different people and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very, very good campaign. But yeah, we're gonna go to Fist of the Rube Phoenix next, because I need to make maps for that. Desperately needs maps. But, also because we can bring this to level 20. I want to see you guys with high level abilities and stuff. And,
Maybe eventually I'll learn how to play caster.
well, I mean, with Fist of the Rube Phoenix, you're not going to be dealing with a bunch of weird enemies. You're dealing with a lot of people. So,
Oh, good. So I can actually deal some damage
yeah.
and affect some stuff.
My spell list would have to be very heavily rearranged, I believe.
Yeah, might be. But
Well, you got 4 years to do it.
4 years, yeah. So you guys can retrain your class, even. So everything can be retrained. Within reason, you don't, like, suddenly have, like, a sorcerer bloodline or some shit, you
I
know?
was about to say, can I
I'm gonna
become
be
a sorcerer?
barbarian.
Let's switch classes, shoot. Yuga.
Well, I'm the barbarian now.
Yeah,
I'll be the cleric.
Perfect.
great. But, I was also thinking we could get a little bit of updated art if we can do that. So I was gonna talk to EX about it.
Yeah, I have to think about what might change with the character then.
But yeah, you guys had a good time. I really appreciate you guys as my
Amazing time.
players. It's been a very fun campaign and more to
I
follow.
was so hyped for tonight.
Thank you
Mhm.
so much for running this and taking
Yeah,
us
thank
through
you.
this.
Of course. More
I've
to
had a
come.
lot of fun with it.
But we are not going to be streaming until the new year. So, which will be the 6th. So we can get return on the 6th. For
Sounds
Mr. Rube
good.
Phoenix. Is there any other questions about the campaign? What was happening? You know, like coulda, shoulda,
I do.
wouldas.
I do.
Mhm.
A long time ago, there was that ghostly figure we saw by the river,
Yeah,
and there was never any more explanation or anything about that.
that was the final boss of the monastery. White gown.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
Ah,
I didn't make that connection that she came down here to observe.
Mhm. That's why she has a little bit more information. This lady is in UA.
Yeah.
That was who that was.
Thank you for asking that.
I just always it's just stuck in the back of my mind. There's one more thing.
Yeah.
There was that mushroom, that fungal creature we fought in that grove that was
Yeah.
very confused. I thought nobody was living here. I assumed they were somehow out of the mindscape or something, but in the mindscape. I don't know. That was
So,
confusing.
yeah, let me see. Where was he? I know there's definitely a reason for that, obviously. Infested Grove. The infestation. This
I remember
guy.
these random things and not like
Zungu.
important names.
That's an incredible thing to remember. I'm impressed.
So, Zungu is a direct physical result of Kugaptee's influence, and while they have memories of ruling this grove for decades, they didn't exist before the Mindscape cycle began. That's basically it.
Okay.
No.
Random mushroom guy that remembers ruling because of Kugaptee just doing weird things in the Mindscape.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sure I'd have more questions if I just thought about it more, but
No, we got some time. 15 minutes. Anybody else have any questions about what would have been?
Oh yeah, who was like a candidate to like getting abducted at the end? Because we saw the playwright and I believe the chef, right?
The playwright in Ellis' Candora, you mean?
Yeah, excuse me.
The other person was this lady. You guys prevented it though, because you asked Rin Mei Li to stay in town, and Hei Shanbo was not going to do that. Hei Shanbo was doing the killings, so he was not gonna.
Yeah, I figured.
But yeah, Yuo Sojin, but she's not. You guys never even talked to her, and she doesn't really have a lot of influence in the campaign. Elizabeth Candora definitely has more, and like Kazuma Ono is like he was supposed to be like a kind of an arrogant guy that you guys didn't really like all that much and didn't really like talk to. So being the first killing, you know, it's not like crazy because Paizo is like in those like don't kill people that are important to the character. Like what? No.
How do you not? Don't kill people that are important to the characters, and then like puts two like really prominent figures.
Yeah, it's more just like they're afraid that like there's no way to stop it, because there is no way to stop it generally, like the first two at least. It as
my
written, it's
character,
no way.
Like didn't have a direct link to Kazuma, but like from the beginning, Yuga really liked Pleader.
Hmm.
So he had a lot of respect for this man.
Hmm.
Even if they like weren't like friends or anything.
I think very early on I did mention, like with Kazuma Ono, or some character mentioned that Kazuma Ono and Hei Shanbo really didn't like each other,
Oh yeah.
and that's why he died first. But that was a very early like hint that you guys would have never like seen probably. But yeah.
I definitely remember something like that, yeah, but I don't.
Did we ever
There's no way
find
we
out-
could have seen like that coming.
Did you ever find out what happened to the chef after he like disappeared from the mindscape?
Just went on to Pharasma. He was exorcised by the.
Yeah.
All right.
Not the worst fate.
I mean, he could have been alive.
Well,
Yeah.
better in the cycle than whatever Kugaptee does.
Yeah.
I thought he was a
I'm
pretty
just-
like
I'm just glad he
tertiary
wasn't
character. He was like a
And
pretty tertiary
Kugaptee-
character, but you guys cared about them, so that's why I chose them. They were not like written to be disappeared. It actually was another thing where it's like, have a character disappear, you know, but make it somebody who's not connected to the characters, you know, or it's, I don't know, they're a little touchy because Kaiser's very sensitive.
Kugaptee used to be human.
What?
Did Kugaptee used to be human? Was corrupted?
The Nindoru came about. There is like old fucking lore that I feel like I read about the Nindoru. The Nindoru came about, because fuck, I had read this. Hold on, a wiki. Nindoru.
I'm just glad that my dad didn't like randomly kick the bucket.
Oh no.
I hate it when that happens. It's happened so many times. Like, oh yeah, this is a character that's like your parent or your loved one or whatever. They're just automatically dead. Like,
yeah, the Nindoru first came about because of a lich who was said to have been potentially reincarnated into the first of their kind through some profane ritual. So like, yeah, and then it became a thing about like shying away from the cycle of souls, because the cycle of souls and like, you know, the kind of Buddhist cycle of reincarnation is a big part of Tianxia, and not so much in like the inner sea region and stuff. So they're more unique in Tianxia because people here believe in the cycle more and reincarnation more. But yeah, Nindoru, interesting. Kugaptee was a Nindoru lord, but you can always say like, oh, he's depowered when he's like, you know, because otherwise he'd be like on the level of other demon lords, kind of like almost there.
In this case, he was emaciated. Pretty much.
Emaciated. And he just freshly integrated. You guys foiled every other plan, so he was weak. You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, demon lord level. Cool.
Thank you for running. That's all my questions answered for now. I may put more in the chat. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. If you like any maps, I made a whole series of maps specifically for Season of Ghosts, for any maps that they don't provide in the Foundry module. You also stream, I believe.
Yeah. Hi, folks. I am having trouble with chats. There. Okay. Hi, folks. I am Chris, also known as Reef, and I'm the player of Yuga. And I stream on Twitch at Captain Reef, RIEF, on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 6 p.m. Central, with mostly water-themed games and occasionally like puzzle-type co-op games. Come by sometime. It'll be fun.
And with that, we'll be back next year with Fists of the Ruby Phoenix, the same cast. Hope you guys had fun. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.